He's had plenty of ups and downs, but all the drama has led up to this point, the beginning of this 12-team playoff in front of a home crowd and a raucous environment. And our matchup tonight sets up a potential Cinderella story. The last team to qualify for this 12-team playoff on the road against a team that likely believes it should be resting and watching this first-round game on TV. This is a dangerous spot for the home team and a chance for the underdog to spring an upset and move on to the quarterfinals. As we'll see the number 12 seed in this playoff, the East Carolina Pirates, taking on the number 5 seed in the playoff, the Michigan Wolverines. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined as always by Kirk Herbstreit. We have been waiting for this, the college football playoff with an on-campus environment. Can't wait to get this going. He'll return it from inside the 10-yard line. Tackled at the 22. Good job by the coverage team. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? They'll run it to the left. It's good for a 3-yard gain, so 2nd and 7.
The defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. The spin move. Brought down after a solid run by the senior.
Of course they're going to pick up the first down by running the football. You think about Michigan, you think so many legacy, incredible backs that they've had over the years. Tim Biakabatuka and Tyrone Wheatley and Leroy Hort. Man, so many good backs that come through Ann Arbor.
Short pass finds the tight end. Big gain across midfield all the way down to the 34-yard line.
Well, Chris, you watch a completion like that, and with the efficiency, it makes you kind of think back to all the quarterbacks and receivers that they've had who made it look this easy. Of course, you start with Tom Brady, but think of the year Brian Griese had in 1997, that national championship year. Chad Henne going back to Elvis Burback and all the great receivers.
Makes it across the goal line. Touchdown, Michigan. So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. PAT makes it 7-0. Now they get set to kick it away. Listen to the crowd energy here in the early going. This is a tough environment for visitors. An inside give now from the shotgun. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, Chris, this is going to set up a big 3rd down now for this offense. They're down early in the game with all the hype and the pressure on a playoff game. You don't want to dig yourselves too big of a hole. They got to keep this drive alive, so they need to convert right here.
The Pirates begin a new series here, 1st and 10. It's a quarterback keeper, and he's brought down, but hold on, there's a flag on the play. So the offense will decline the penalty and just take the result of that play. Important 2nd down play coming up. From the shotgun, here's an inside give. He's found some room at the 45. Taken down, but not before he makes the first down.
Chris, what I love here is just the vision by the running back. Showing great patience, the hole opens up, and then he's able to use his speed to pick up some good yards.
The Pirates pick up enough for a first down. They'll try the option play here. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
What a great job of playing assignment football here against the option by this defense. Every aspect of that play was taken away. The quarterback got into desperation mode and loses yards. Now they're behind the sticks.
And from the shotgun, an inside handoff. And they'll get him down that time. The Pirates will hustle to the line to run the hurry-up offense. Try and muscle for the first down. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain.
Great job here by this offense being able to convert. Let's face it, they've dug themselves a hole. They're down here early in this game. And with all this hype, the last thing you want to do is have to punt the ball. Come up with a conversion, keep your rhythm, keep your momentum, stick to your playbook. Good job here. Now let's see if they can keep that rhythm going.
First down play call. How aggressive will it be? And the quarterback keeps it here. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. It's early, but this crowd is fired up. Listen to this noise here. This is going to be tough for the visitors today. From the pocket, delivers over the middle. They make the tackle, but that pass creates a solid gain.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
The defense all over it. They stop him right at the line.
How about that, Chris? They run the football here on third down, almost pick up the first down. What it does, though, is gives them a much better chance if they decide to go for this of picking up that first down.
So no field goal try here. Coach keeps the offense on the field to go for it on fourth down. From the gun, he looks for an open man. Caught quickly. The Pirates pick up enough yardage to get a first down.
Boy, a risky decision here to go for it inside the red zone on fourth down, and you come up with a first down. I love that aggressive approach. Let's see if they can come up with a touchdown here to finish off this drive.
Rolling to his left outside the pocket. The pass is incomplete just across the goal line.
Well, this defense has been incredible all year long, and they continue to be that way in the postseason. Just getting after this offense, whether it's putting pressure on the quarterback, great coverage downfield. Right now, they are dominating this game.
Able to fight for a decent gain here in that running play. So here we go, third down in the red zone, the kind of play that decides football games. And he'll drop back here on third down. They've got him. It's a sack for the defense.
Nothing is more gratifying for a defense to be able to sit back and play zone and still get pressure on the quarterback with your defensive front.
So on fourth down, they will settle for a field goal attempt. And that one's straight down the middle.
Well, they almost put a touchdown on the board, but instead they come away with 3 points.
They come away with 3 points on the drive, and now the kickoff team will boot it away. And he'll bring it out from inside the 10. And the return man brought down. That's decent yardage on that return. And the Wolverines offense is back on the field. Great possession last time. They punched it into the end zone. Can the defense come up with a stop this time? The gain is 4, so it's 2nd and 6. Testing the right side here. He stopped, and he gets a first down.
Look, I realize on any play call that is properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
Delivers from the pocket, complete over the middle.
This is an example of a quarterback and his offense just taking what the defense gives you. Not a huge play, but positive yards. The defense wants to give that throw to you. You take it, get the ball to your receiver, stay ahead of the sticks.
And just a short gain this time. They're able to get him down.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid deep.
The pass is intercepted. And they tackle him right there, but that's a turnover.
Boy, Chris, he hesitated just enough to give the defense a chance to get in position and come up with a big turnover.
East Carolina's offense has back out onto the field now. They moved it last time, but settled for a chip shot, looking to find the end zone this time. Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to create. He's going to take off. And the runner scoots out of bounds after gaining some decent yardage.
You know, they tried to catch this defense napping on 1st and 10 by taking a shot downfield, but the defense does their job. They've got everybody covered, but I'm telling you, you better account for this quarterback because he can take off when things aren't there and use his legs, and he does that for the...
Oh, and nothing but green grass ahead. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. The offense will line up, chance for a couple more plays before the end of the quarter. They're going to run it. And that gets the carry. They get him down to wrap up the first period of play. Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. Oh, a sack. The senior on this defense making a big play.
Well, how about the push up front by the big fellas here? And when you can get pressure like this, that's what separates good defenses from great defenses. When you think back to the Michigan teams, when they've been exceptional, they've had defensive line play just like that.
Defense makes the stop. The screen pass doesn't produce a first down, and now it's 4th down. Coach elects to try for 3 points and sends out the field goal unit. He connected with his first attempt. This one is from 37 yards out. This try is no good. And it's still a 4-point margin after the miss.
Now that's going to go down as an empty possession for this offense. No points as he's off target. Now you can see he's hanging his head. Poor kicker.
And the Michigan offense comes back out on the field. The shotgun running play call. And he's out of bounds after gaining decent yardage. An empty backfield on 2nd and short. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Makes a quick catch. They keep the drive going. It's a first down to the 46. And the player is down injured after that last play. We'll take a timeout where they check him out. How aggressive will they be on this first down play? They'll run it to the right side. Running through the tackle. Just runs through a man. A mismatch. Explosive play. The game moves the ball all the way to the 30. Well, the big fellow's Kirk flowing to the right there. The defense just has no answer. It's a huge gain.
Yeah, and what a patience there by the running back. Just allowing those blocks to be set up there off to the right. And then once he saw the crease in the defense,
he's got some room. Can he get there? And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines. Now the try here for the extra point. The extra point is good, and they stretch the lead a little bit more. Now the kickoff team is out on the field.
East Carolina, 3.
Return begins inside the 10. And he'll be tackled after a solid effort on that return. So the East Carolina offense back on the field now. They need something out of this possession. The last time they settled for a field goal attempt, but then they missed it. The gain is 5, so it's 2nd and 5 now.
it's a really good, solid run. I know it's not the flashiest big play, but it's important for your offense to be able to get yards like that on early downs. You stay ahead of the chains, and it opens up the playbook for the 2nd and 3rd down coming up.
That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
On 3rd down, it's a handoff. Tackle, but first down.
It's a good job here by this offensive line and the running back. Listen, these guys have really had a lot to do with why they're in this playoff game, right? So give it to the offensive line in the back. Get the first down on this 3rd and short. See what you can do from here.
Second down after that run on the previous play. QB decides to keep it here. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this 3rd down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Here's a screen pass to the running back. And they'll bring him down. The defense fought through the blocks, and they stop him short of the first down.
Now, there's just nothing here for the quarterback to do other than throw it to his back and hope that he could get the yards after the catch enough for the first down. But the defense gives some yards, but not enough for him to get to the sticks.
And the Michigan offense back out on the field. They were able to punch it in the end zone last time, looking to do the same thing here to see if the defense can make adjustments. They tackle him about the 14.
Chris, I just love to see this offensive line in this running game able to establish themselves. This back is already over 50 yards. We're in the first half, so really good job of establishing the run game. Opens up the play action, opens up one-on-one opportunities. Just keep winning the battle up front.
The freshman brought down after a nice run.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
Oh, a reverse. Powers through the tackle.
I'm a fan of any time you can get the ball into his hands. I think it's a win. Didn't go for a huge amount of yards, but it's the threat of what it potentially can do, and it gives him another opportunity to get his hands on the football.
Out of the shotgun, will hand it off. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Well, they don't block the defensive end, who shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
Offense gets set up here. It's 3rd down. Looking to make a play deep downfield. The catch is made for a huge pickup. Touchdown, Michigan. It was a foot race, and he won it. But they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. Getting set to kick the ball off now. They're returning from inside the 10-yard line. They'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. First down here. Time for one more play before the clock stops for the 2-minute warning. Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down. Looks left and finds his target there. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Well, it's got to start somewhere, and there's a nice first down to keep this drive alive and hope to be able to create a little bit of momentum here near the end of the first half, trying to cut into this lead and get some points on the board.
Fresh set of downs for the offense after that first down completion. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up the throw. He pulls it in for a big gain. Not much after the catch, but it is good enough for a first down. The Pirates hustle to the line to run the hurry-up. Handoff here from the shotgun. Breaks loose at the 40. That's a big gain. The offense is threatening now. Spot the ball at the 22.
Big runs like this are just demoralizing for a defense. It's one thing to give up big plays over your head against the pass game. But when teams can run the ball, pick up yards like this, really affects the team's mental psyche and their confidence. And we'll start to see some missed tackles following a play like this.
It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on first down. Second down play coming up for this offense. He's back to throw again after that incompletion on first down. Running back grabs it on a screen. Defense flies in. They make the tackle behind the line of scrimmage. So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. Third and long. Looking for his big tight end. And he's got it. He's brought down at the 6. The offense will have first and goal right there. Now a chance to cut into this lead before halftime. It's first and goal. Here's the snap. Looking to throw here. Here's an easy completion to the back out of the backfield. Brought down, but the catch moves the ball all the way down to the 1.
That's a good job by this defense of understanding where they are on the field. They obviously don't want to allow this offense to get into the end zone. They routed the football on that pass and able to keep him short of the goal line.
And now a timeout quickly called by the defense as they try to get everybody on the same page here. They've been in the red zone 3 times and have 3 points to show for it. Can they punch it in here on second and goal? Looking to throw again. And he'll get there. Touchdown, Pirates.
Love to watch this quarterback go out and execute in this kind of situation. He's doing a great job of ignoring the scoreboard and feeling a sense of pressure to have to play with more urgency. Right now he's executing. We're only in the second quarter. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
They make the extra point, but trail 21-10. So the offense getting some momentum before halftime with the touchdown. Now they kick off in hopes the defense can get a quick stop. And the Wolverines offense is back on the field. The last possession was a passing game clinic. They moved it right down for a touchdown. Can they keep it going? They bring him down, but the drive has now reached the 35.
Chris, the thing that I love about this play is the running back showing great patience and then the vision to find that hole and then accelerate through it for a nice gain.
Looking to throw it deep. Caught way downfield for a huge gain. Potentially a touchdown-saving tackle, but not before a long completion. The Wolverines trying to cash in here in the red zone. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. They test the middle of the defense, but get nothing.
The defense made a good play there, but needs to string along more stops like that against this running back if they want to be able to win this game. The run game has looked good in the first half, but maybe that won't be the case from now on.
And the pass is complete to the tight end. Stopped short of the touchdown, but the offense is set up now first and goal. The Wolverines hoping to punch it in here. They have first and goal. On the ground, trying to power toward the goal line. Fights his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines. And they'll set up now for the extra point try. They go up 18 after the PAT. So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. And he'll bring it out from inside the 10. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. Off the play fake, looking to throw. On the run, he'll let it go. And it's incomplete with just 2 seconds remaining.
Oh, my gosh, Chris, a missed opportunity to your best receiver with that speed. I'll tell you this, I'm shocked that he actually overthrew it. With anything, I'd expect him to underthrow a fleet-footed receiver like this, but he must have anticipated that his receiver could go get it and just misses it.
Meta's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. And the Wolverines will kick it off to begin the second half. Return begins inside the 10. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. Carolina's offense heads back out onto the field now. It's an option look. They'll tackle him at the 27.
Well, let's give credit to the offensive line here. They went with a run blitz. The offensive line sees it, picks it up, gives them enough room to pick up some solid yards.
Second down after that run on the previous play. The offense with some pre-snap eye candy. From the shotgun now, here's a handoff inside. Moves the ball out across the 30, and that's good for a first down.
Well, it's a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the first down.
On first down, it's play action. On the run here. Lets it go. Receiver makes the grab. Tackle is made, but the junior quarterback shows off his arm strength that time.
Passing efficiency is almost always higher off of play action. And you see why right here. The fake froze the defender for a second, and then the quarterback was able to zip it to the open player.
They'll try and run it. Here's the running back. Fights off a defender. They bring him down, but the gain moves the ball into enemy territory at the 43.
Well, anytime you're down at halftime, you get your minds together, you try to make some adjustments, you try to get things heading in a better direction. This offense is off to a great start after this play right here.
29 Philly, 2984. Griffin.
First down, looking to throw the ball. Short connection to the tight end here. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down.
Chris, how about the offensive balance these last couple plays we're seeing from these guys? Not only are they balanced, but the explosiveness. A big run followed up by a big play through the air, and puts a lot of pressure on this defense.
And they'll use the ground game here. Defense stops him, but that's a solid gain.
Well, much like what we saw in the first half, Chris, in his playoff game, no adjustments. Go right back to giving his running back the football. He's had a monster day and continues to get positive yards.
Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Looking right, this one caught. They bring him down quickly, a short pitch and catch to get a little bit closer to the marker.
Just a good job here by the quarterback. Got the ball out to his receiver. His guy eats up some yards. They stay ahead of the sticks.
And they pick up the first on the ground. Tackled, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs.
This is why they're in the playoff, right? Not just the ability to throw the ball, but you get to a critical moment, a third down, you trust that offensive line to come up with a first down, and they get it.
First and goal, they'll try to run it in. And they finally stop it at the 3. The offense really threatening now.
I know this defense worked very hard at halftime to come up with answers on how to try to slow down this running back after the big first half, and he's already at it again.
He powers into the end zone. Touchdown, East Carolina. That kind of execution, a long drive, that's why this team made it to the college football playoff.
That's exactly right. Being able to mix in the run with the pass, picking up first downs, and eventually coming up with the touchdown. That is a tough thing to do, and they made it look easy.
No problem with PAT right down the middle. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. And it comes out to the 25. No return attempted there. And the Michigan offense comes back out on the field. They were clicking last time. Great protection. The pitch and catch was solid. Right down for a touchdown. Breaking free at the 35. Tackle made to the 41. That's a nice gain, getting closer to midfield.
You know, all week, the defensive coordinator told us about the quarterback. He told us about the receivers and how they're going to throw the football. But, man, they better get locked in on stopping this run game because that was a big-time game.
They get the senior to the ground, but it's a nice run there.
Boy, another nice game by this back. He has had a beautiful day today running the football, just kind of in that zone, and a big reason why they have a nice lead today.
And at first down, they go right back to him.
You know, in an era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example of a defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
And they tackle him, but a nice pickup on that running play.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave him a chance and a really nice gain.
Can he make it to the marker? Fighting him off. Breaks clear over the middle. Can they catch him? No stopping him. Takes it all the way. Touchdown, Michigan. Kicking team out for the PAT try. The extra point is good, and they stretch the lead a little bit more. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. This will be fair caught way back at the 5-yard line. So the East Carolina offense back on the field now. The last possession was just old school power football. Let's see if they can keep that going here. And it works. The first down to the 35.
Well, just a great play by the running back here. Just finding his lanes and exploding through the gap when it opened up.
First down here for this offense. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Got him for a sack. A big play made by one of the senior leaders of this defense. See if they can overcome the sack. Second and very long. And the quarterback drops back, looking for an open man. Quick completion to the tight end. Not easy to bring down. The cornerback finally gets the job done.
And there's the tight end who shows off his hands.
Third down. This offense could really use a conversion here, down multiple scores. And the back now goes in motion. Drops back, needing a third down completion here. Looking to set up a screen pass here. And they bring him down. Blocker has not much help on the screen there. He's short of the first down.
The offense gets some positive yards here, but they're going to be short of the first down marker to set up fourth down. Really good job by the defense of tackling and the awareness to keep him short of that first down marker.
Still down by double digits in the third quarter. They're going to go for it on fourth down. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. Trying to extend the play. It's complete. That's enough for a first down. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Boy, the defense was in the right coverage here. Looked like they had exactly what they wanted to be able to come up with a stop here on fourth down. But there's the timing between a quarterback and the receiver. They knew exactly where they needed to go.
Oh, and he's in the clear now. It's a foot race. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play.
Well, it's one thing to hear about how fast this receiver is in the scouting report. You look at him on film all week. The defense coordinator tells you, get ready, this guy can run. And then the reality comes, and this guy can fly. You see it again here. Nice catch.
Couldn't quite get in. Tackle down at the 2-yard line. Excellent run. Offense comes up to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before the quarter expires. Keep it on the ground, trying to power in for the touchdown. And he's brought down short of the line to gain in what should be the last play of this third quarter.
That's the end of the third quarter.
We've had the break to talk about it. Now we begin the quarter with the offense set up, second and goal. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. And the pass is intercepted as he throws into double coverage that time. Inside the 40. At the 20. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Wolverines. Wow, what a play, a defensive score.
Well, it's just something freeing when you have this kind of lead and you can just turn the defense loose. Getting aggressive pays off for them here. They get the interception. And what athletic ability there to take it into the end zone for a touchdown.
Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. Long kickoff, no chance for a return. It'll be a touchback. East Carolina's offense heads back out on the field now. They're trying to recover from that last possession. They had things going, but then a pick six, a devastating play. They got to recover from that right now. Looks to the left, pass caught. And he'll make his way out of bounds after gaining decent yardage.
It's an easy completion for the quarterback, finding his receiver just dragging underneath cover.
Pass complete. It's second down now. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. And it falls incomplete. The defensive pressure hurried to throw that time.
It's pretty simple as a defensive coordinator. When the quarterback drops back to throw, if we get pressure on him, we got a chance to slow him down and win the football game. If we don't, could be a long afternoon. Good job here by dialing up the pressure.
Catch made on the right side. He's tackled quickly, but the yardage is good enough for the first down. The Pirates come to the line in the hurry-up.
Really good job here of converting by this offense. And let's face it, at this point in the game, because they have such a big hole to climb out of, they've got to be able to convert and come up with a new set of downs. They do it here. Now they got a real shot to cut into this lead.
Gets rid of it on the move. Receiver makes the catch. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Boy, this receiver in the slot is giving this defense all kinds of problems. He has another catch on the day. You may want to adjust out, get out of your base, maybe try 5 or 6 defensive backs on the field, somebody that can match up more athletically against this slot receiver.
The Pirates will have 1st and 10 here. Offense looking to throw the ball. Bringing pressure. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
Chris, this offensive coordinator is going to have to adjust. We've seen hits and sacks and pressure on this quarterback all game long. They've got to find a solution to create more time for the quarterback to be able to throw the football, or maybe completely overhaul and change what they're doing on offense.
He runs out of bounds at the 28.
Offense sets up for play number 8 on this drive. Play action fake, looking to throw. Gets the ball off as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points, but they could have more. They got to be thinking about going for this on 4th and short.
The offense stays on the field, down multiple possessions. Easy choice. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. Intercepted right near the end zone. What a play. And he's got some open field ahead. Finally steps out of bounds after a long return. What a play by the defense.
Well, this defense has been great the entire football game here. They knew they had a lot of pressure on them in the playoff. They stepped up and played well all game long, and now they get a critical interception here late in this game.
And the defense able to hold him there to a short gain. Second down after that run on the previous play. They'll work the clock here with the running game. Breaking free at the 35. They finally get him down, but an explosive play. The offense in business now at the 24.
What a shock, right? I mean, this guy once again gets his hands on the football, and great things seems to happen. He's over 120 yards on the day, and it's really been a combination of his vision and speed along with really dominant offensive line play.
And looking to throw now on first down. Looking for his big tight end. Pass caught. Can he get in? Touchdown, Michigan. And this one is getting ugly. Kicking team on now for the extra point. And the PAT is good as they continue to pull away even more. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. That's a deep kickoff, hammered out the back of the end zone for a touchback. Fresh set of downs for the offense, first down. From the shotgun, handoff inside.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here. He's a good back. I'd love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
They'll feed the back again. And he picks up the first down before they get him to the ground.
Coaches told us in the pregame production meetings they love this back's mixture of speed and power. We know about the speed, but he also showed the ability to break tackles on that run.
A pop pass on the jet sweep. The gain is 2 yards, so it's 2nd and 8.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces the defense to stretch them out horizontally and can create some vertical seams for this offense. They got some positive yards, didn't quite get the first down, but I'll tell you what they've done. Planted a seed on this defense, and they better defend this style of play moving forward.
Here's the 2nd down play. And that's the 2-minute warning here. This offense desperate to cut into this lead and then try to get the football back. Now it's 2nd down here. And the quarterback dropping back. It's a screen pass complete to the running back. They finally get him down, but a solid gain in that screen pass. Good call there.
Boy, this is great execution here on this screenplay to the running back to pick up big yards and a first down. I think in the process, Chris, they sent a message to the defense. You can rush our quarterback all you want, but when you do, you better be careful because we're going to throw the screen on you.
He'll avoid the tackle there with a slide.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the first and the second option aren't there. By the third option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, of which he did, and then he slides down to avoid the big hit.
Nobody open downfield. He just throws it away.
How about the defense today? They have played so well. I think the defensive coordinator put together a great plan. His kids clearly understood their scheme because they have been aggressive and attacking all game long.
Incompletion sets up a 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. The gain is 8 yards, so it sets up a 3rd and 2.
Hey, where's that been the whole game? That's actually a nice run. It has been a tough day for this offense, but you know what? You love to see the offensive line and the running back still out there competing, trying to show the coaches that they're not worried about the score. They're going to go out and show their competitive spirit, and hopefully that'll help them down the road.
They make the stop just short of the marker. It's going to be 4th down and inches to go. Powering through. They stop him, but it's a 1st down.
I can really appreciate this offensive coordinator not trying to just do something crazy. You're less than a foot away from the 1st down line. Just punch it in and pick up a 1st down. That's what they call here, and it works out perfectly.
They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4.
Boy, this back is having some kind of game today. He just continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over 150 yards now, and this defense has no real answers in trying to keep him contained.
They'll switch it up here, looking to throw. Pass is going to be incomplete. He was really lucky to avoid the pick there.
Boy, this offense has really struggled today, Chris, when it comes to throwing the football. They have dug themselves a huge hole. They're not going to have any chance of coming back. And I think one thing about this is you wonder where you go from here. You're hoping to make a play or two to give yourself a belief that things can get better, but it's just been a disastrous day for the offense.
Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. And the field goal unit coming on the field now.
Number 17.
And that is no good. And it's still a huge deficit.
That's a missed opportunity for some points here. The way they were moving the football, I thought maybe a touchdown, at the very least 3 points, but instead, he shanks it.
Offense will keep it on the ground here. And he'll be brought down here on the final play of this game. Of course, in the playoffs, it's survive and advance. This is a crucial W. Great performance, but now the stage gets even